don't look like that. I don't look like that. I don't look like that. Come on. Fast. If you look good, no when you jump. Hey. That was too easy. I didn't even take time.
Same. Fine, really.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Come on, Cap. Keep it up. Keep it.
Love that one.
Bitch.
Love it a lot.
Bitch.
Do it again.
Bitch. Do it again. Please. Do it again. Please. Do it again. Please. Do it again. Please. I'm not working. Simple. Simple. Come on, catch it. There it is. Against the combo. Nah. Come on. There.
Ooh, paranoid. That's it.
Ryan Garcia is always exciting to watch. Fast, explosive, and incredibly sharp. The WBC welterweight champion looks locked in at training camp as he prepares for his huge Mexican Independence Day weekend showdown with Conor Benn.
You get it down? Come on,
Thank you. Very camera.
Okay, well, it's always muted on it's muted right there, right here, right here. Oh. Soap in my soap tongue? Yeah. That's a little bit fun. My dumb ass put salt in put fucking soap in my head. No, it's soap. Okay. No, not really. Hey, Dan, you got a towel? Yeah, grab some for you. Alright, tell us me. This is always like any sort of out. Ryan. That was light words. Right. Yeah, there you go. Oh, okay. We'll go with this. We go hard. That's not like 2 minutes. Was it 2? Alright.
Garcia has faced criticism before for losing focus, but the latest training footage appears to show a different version of him. Benn, meanwhile, is preparing for one of the biggest challenges of his career against a fighter known for incredible speed, power, and a dangerous left hand. Benn is working just as hard in the gym. He knows the odds are against him, but he is training with one goal in mind: shock the boxing world and pull off a massive upset on fight night. For Garcia, this fight could be a career-changing opportunity. Fighting Benn at T-Mobile Arena during Mexican Independence Day weekend puts Garcia on one of boxing's biggest stages. A dominant win could take his popularity to another level and push him even closer to becoming one of the sport's biggest stars.
And you had the setbacks for Rolly Romero last year. You had almost a year off. Now you're coming off of a dominant victory over Mario Barrios.
Yeah.
It seems like right now you're on the track that everyone always had for Ryan Garcia, and you're almost there, but you have to score a big win over Conor Benn. And it feels like to me, if you get that big win, then you're like on the rocket ship. Is that fair?
Yeah, I would say that I have a clear opportunity to take over the sport for this fight. You know, me fighting on Mexican Independence weekend, you know, everybody behind me, and the opponent, the type of opponent I have, it could really change my life. And I mean, my life is already super blessed, but this would take me so far that people cannot catch up.
No, I agree, because look, you've been on this stage before, and you've been on the biggest stage possible. You fought Gervonta Davis, but let's be real. I'm not just saying this, but it wasn't on even terms for you.
Yeah.
You fought at 136 pounds, right? You're a big guy. You're fighting at 47 now, and even then, you're still big for the division. And there was a rehydration clause, so it feels like this is kind of like a second chance in a way.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that right there was during my adolescence. You know, that was me, you know, being a little too overambitious in that opportunity. But here's the thing, you know, that decision helped, you know, propel boxing forward, you know.
It did. Yeah.
And, you know, I don't really regret it. I think I did rush into that decision, and I didn't really think my way through it. But, you know, things happen for a reason at times. And, you know, it just made my path go a little different way on to how I got to this point. So it's okay, you know. Gervonta Davis had a clear chance to take over the sport after that and did not. And now it's my turn, you know, and I'm gonna make sure that I take full advantage of this opportunity, make a statement come September 12th, and really cement myself as the next cash cow and for boxing.
Benn, however, isn't intimidated by Garcia. He has studied Ryan carefully and believes he has found a weakness he can exploit. Benn says his training camp has been brutal, but he is ready to chase the world title, eventually move on from the welterweight division. His biggest belief is that Garcia can break under pressure. Benn points to Ryan's past struggles and believes that if he starts fast, stays aggressive, and never lets Garcia breathe, he can force him into another difficult night.
I think there's a way where you can question his heart, or people can question his heart because of the way that the Tank fights and the Rolly fights went.
Did he quit?
Do you think he's a quitter? I guess.
Did he quit? As a fighter, I can say he did.
Yeah.
With Rolly, did he go in his shell once he got clipped? You know, so he did. You know, if you know, and that's our DNA is just different. Our makeup's completely different. You know, I'm gonna go out swinging, and I'm gonna go out on my shield always. You know, I'll stand there and have it with you.
When you see him finish fights like that, does that give you confidence when you talk about yourself putting in 110%?
No, I mean, I just like I don't think about what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I just focus on being the best fighter I can be, making sure that I'm in the best nick when I go into the fight. And when I see an opportunity to knock him out, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah. Okay. And then the final one for myself, obviously a lot of people sort of talking about yourself making 147 again, I guess from your camp. The weight coming off nicely.
It's hard, it's brutal. This is my last fight at 147.
Your last fight, what?
This is my last fight at 147. When I win the world title, I'll move on. But for me, I haven't made 147 for 4 years, so it's challenging. Don't get me wrong, it's really hard. You think I went up to 183 pounds for the Eubank fights, so it's hard, but we're getting it done.
Yeah. So after this fight, we'll be going up to 154 pounds then.
154, 160, 168.
But much of the boxing world sees this matchup differently. Ryan Garcia is widely favored heading into September 12th. Former champion Keith Thurman has also questioned how good Benn really is at the elite level. Thurman describes Benn as extremely muscular, powerful, and physically tough, but says his high-level boxing skills still need to be proven. At the same time, Thurman admits that physical strength alone makes Benn dangerous. And if Benn can turn that strength into constant pressure, Garcia could be facing a much tougher fight than many people expect.
Yeah, it's interesting. I still don't know what to think too much about Conor Benn. He reminds me of just those guys at the gym that are a little bit like bodybuilder boxers, like they're just shredded, like they train hard, they got the physique, and they're rough and tough, but where exactly is his IQ, Where exactly
where's
is
the skills?
IQ?
Where's the technique?
Yeah, so it's interesting though, because, a rhino ain't nothing but a charging bull full of muscle, you know what I mean? And I'm still scared of rhinos, so like, it's not that it's not that it's a guaranteed loss for a fighter of that type of caliber, right? It's not a guaranteed loss, but at the highest level, you will run into skillful opposition, and but it's going to be interesting,